Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar, and with me is Anita Anand with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss vision and roadmap for banks and non-banking financial companies this evening. First batch of 5 Rafale fighter jets to arrive at Ambala Air Base this afternoon. Number of recoveries from COVID-19 to touch 10 lakh mark. Fatality rate dips to 2.23%. Ministry of Earth Sciences announces National Awards for Excellence in Earth System Science. And International Tigers Day being observed today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will this evening join stakeholders from banks and non-banking financial companies to discuss and deliberate on vision and roadmap for the future. The topics on agenda include credit products and efficient models for delivery, financial empowerment through technology, prudential practices for stability and sustainability of financial sector. Banking sector plays an important role in contributing to India's economic growth through financing infrastructure, agriculture, local manufacturing including MSMEs. Financial inclusion can play a big role in financial empowerment through technology. Senior officers from government will also be a part of the interaction. The first batch of 5 Rafale jets is arriving in Ambala this afternoon. The fleet, comprising 3 single-seater and 2 twin-seater aircraft, will be inducted into the Indian Air Force at the Ambala Air Base in Haryana. The fighter jets, built by French aviation firm Dassault, took off from the Mérignac Air Base in South France's Bordeaux on Monday. The 5 aircraft are part of the 36 planes bought by India from France in a 59,000 crore rupee intergovernmental deal in 2016. The aircraft is covering a distance of nearly 7,000 kilometers from France to India, with mid-air refueling and a single stop at a French airbase in the United Arab Emirates. The Indian Embassy in France in a statement said delivery of 10 aircraft has been completed on schedule, but 5 will stay back in France for training mission. The delivery of all 36 aircraft will be completed on schedule by the end of next year. A report.
The Rafale fighter jets had mid-air refueling before reaching the Al Dhafra Air Base in UAE. After the layover, the jets embarked on their final leg of journey to India. The Indian Air Force appreciated the support provided by French Air Force for the Rafale journey back home. The mission system of the Rafale has the potential to integrate a variety of current and future armaments. The fighter jets are capable of carrying a range of highly effective weapons, including the Kita air-to-air missile and Scalp cruise missile. The Rafale jets will come with various India-specific modifications, including Israeli helmet-mounted displays, radar warning receivers, low-band jammers, and 10-hour flight data recording. With its 10-ton empty weight, the Rafale is fitted with 14 hard points. 5 of them are capable of drop tanks and heavy ordnance. Total external load capacity is more than 9 tons, hence Rafale can lift the equivalent of its own empty weight in payloads. The Air Force has readied the required infrastructure to welcome the jets in its lineup. With Anand Chaturvedi, Anupam Mish, AIR News, Delhi.
Speaking exclusively to AIR News, former Air Force Chief S. Krishnaswamy said Rafale will be a game-changer for the Indian Air Force. Mr. Krishnaswamy said it can do multiple roles on a same mission. The former Air Force Chief said Rafale can carry out both air-to-ground strikes as well as air-to-air attacks and interceptions during the same sortie.
It is an aeroplane of a capability which exceeds any other combat aircraft that we have today, as well as it can match any of the Chinese or, for that matter, China, Pakistan. The other is it can do multiple roles on a same mission. That means it can do air defense, launch missiles. It can also carry out ground attack on a same mission without having to come back. And the airplane can stay in air for a long time, and it can be refueled in mid-air. It's got also various very advanced sensors, infrared and radar and scanning systems, and they're all integrated to guide the pilot towards the mission. It can carry fairly heavy weapon load, as much as about 9 tons, and or carry a variety of range of missiles, air-to-surface missiles.
Total recoveries from COVID-19 in the country today inched closer to touch the 1 million mark. A total of 9,88,029 people have recovered in the country so far, and 35,286 recoveries were reported during the last 24 hours. With this, the recovery rate improved to 64.51% in the country. The case fatality rate has further declined to 2.23%. The Health Ministry said 48,513 new cases of COVID-19 were registered in the country in one day, taking the total number of cases to 15,31,669. Presently, the total number of active corona cases in the country is 5,09,447. In a single day, 768 deaths were reported, taking the toll to 34,193. Meanwhile, Indian Council of Medical Research said that a record 4,08,855 tests were conducted by various laboratories in the last 24 hours. So far, 1,77,43,740 tests have been conducted, and at present, 1,316 laboratories across India are conducting the tests that include 906 government laboratories and 410 private laboratory chains. Our correspondent reports that Delhi stands at top position with 88.83% recovery rate. Ladakh, Haryana, Assam and Telangana are other top performing states and union territories wherein the recovery rate is above 73%. Nearly 16 states and union territories have better recovery rates than the national average of 64.51%. Maximum number of people have recovered in Maharashtra, followed by Tamil Nadu, Delhi and Andhra Pradesh. In terms of fatality rate, there are 29 states and union territories which have lower fatality rates than the national average. In the total active cases, around 70% caseloads are from Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. In view of improving COVID-19 situation in the national capital, Delhi, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today ordered delinking of hotels attached with hospitals in the city. In a tweet, he said some hotels were attached to hospitals to increase the number of COVID beds. He added that in view of the improving situation and all hotel beds lying vacant for the last many days, these hotels are now being released. Meanwhile, the recovery rate of COVID-19 patients in Delhi has further improved to 88.83%. It continues to be the state with the highest recovery percentage in the country. The city recorded recovery of 1,135 patients in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of recovered patients till date to 1,17,507.
Due to the rapid increase in the corona infection in Rajasthan, some districts have again imposed partial and complete restrictions. More than 1,000 people are being tested positive every day in the state for the past 1 week. The number of active patients in the state has also crossed the 10,000 mark, while 650 people have died due to this disease.
328 people have been tested positive in the state today, out of which 154 patients are from Alwar. Alwar district administration has decided to impose lockdown in the city area from tomorrow. A week-long lockdown has also been imposed in Bundi district. The night curfew has also been imposed in Jodhpur city. Some districts are also moving towards imposing restrictions. Health Minister Dr. Raghu Sharma told that the number of patients is increasing in the state, but the mortality rate is very low. He informed that district administrations have been authorized to take necessary decisions in the areas where the infection is spreading rapidly. Dr. Sharma told that plasma therapy is being used to treat COVID patients in Jodhpur as well as Jodhpur and Kota. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Himachal Pradesh, the number of corona-positive cases continues to increase and the figure has reached to 2,330. The number of active cases in the state has also surged to 1,067. Our correspondent reports that a total of 60 fresh cases have been reported during the last 24 hours. Of these, the maximum 27 cases are from Sirmaur district. More from our correspondent.
According to State Health Department, 2,034 COVID-infected patients have been cured after the treatment so far. Maximum number of active cases, 384, has been reported from Solan district, followed by Sirmaur with 237. On the other hand, all the employees of Deputy Secretary Office of Chief Minister have been quarantined for 7 days after a woman employee tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, apple growers of the state are worrying about their finished crop as the traders and laborers coming from outside the states are also under grip of infection. Sanjeev Sundaryal, AIR News, Shimla.
In Maharashtra, one of the century-old hospital in the historic city of Miraj has been roped by the district administration so as to cater to the patients infected due to COVID-19. We have more on this report filed by our Mumbai correspondent.
Until now, the government hospitals were used to admit and treat COVID-19 patients in Miraj, the southern city of Maharashtra. But due to rise in number of patients and shortage of beds in the government hospitals, the district administration requisitioned 125-year-old Wanless hospital to treat COVID patients. A team of well-known medical experts, physicians and expert ICU staff have been appointed in this hospital. Besides, all latest testing and medical facilities are also been provided to ensure good treatment to the patients. The hospital is bestowed with A category under the state government's Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Jan Arogya Yojana. Hence, the poor and needy can avail free medical treatment in this hospital as 100 beds have been earmarked to cater to such patients. With Shivaji Kamble from Miraj, Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Madhya Pradesh, another Minister of State, Water Resources Minister Tulsi Silawat and his wife have tested coronavirus positive. The information was shared by the minister himself on his Twitter handle. In the tweet, he appealed to those who had come in his contact to get themselves tested. More in this report.
An increasing number of patients, particularly in Indore, are complaining of losing their sense of smell and taste. Head of the Department of Chest Disease at Sri Aurobindo Institute of Medical Sciences, Dr. Ravi Doshi informed media persons that about 50% of new COVID-19 patients undergoing treatment in hospitals say that their ability to smell and taste has decreased. In June, the Union Health Ministry had included loss of sense of smell and taste among the symptoms of COVID-19. The number of COVID-19 cases in the state climbed up to 29,217. A total of 7,058 cases of coronavirus infection have been reported in the Indore. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
In Tamil Nadu, Chief Minister Edapadi Palaniswamy today interacted with all the district collectors through video conferencing. It is aimed at getting their inputs before deciding on the next phase of the lockdown. Ministers and senior officials from various departments also joined him in the meeting. More from our correspondent.
In today's interaction, the collectors are known to have presented before the Chief Minister the COVID-19 ground situation prevailing in the districts. It may be noted that now the spike in new cases is more in the districts than in the state capital. As the current phase of the unlock gets over on Friday, the meeting has been held today. The Chief Minister's meeting with the State Medical Experts panel is slated to be held tomorrow. Their inputs will also be taken into account while deciding on the nature of the next phase of the unlock from August 1st. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
In Bihar, 29,220 patients have recovered so far from corona. In all, 1,376 people have recovered during last 24 hours. Recovery rate is over 67%. Presently, 14,101 patients are undergoing treatment in various hospitals. Positive cases in the state mounted to 43,591. Total number of deaths due to corona throughout the state is 269. Over 4,86,000 tests have been conducted till date. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has ordered further increase in the number of COVID-19 tests through RT-PCR method and to make testing arrangements in all districts of the state. Mr. Kumar instructed to set up control rooms in all hospitals and calls to each patient daily and inquire about the health condition, availability of medicines, doctor's visit and speedy disposal of any complaints. Meanwhile, 3 lakh rapid antigen kits have been provided to testing centers throughout the state. In Mizoram, 11 more coronavirus positive cases were reported yesterday, taking the total number of cases to 395. 5 patients have also recovered from the infections in a day. An official statement said out of these new cases, 6 cases are from Assam Rifles, 1 patient is a policeman and 4 are civilians. So far, 198 patients have been discharged after recovery.
In Manipur, an inpatient of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS Imphal, who tested positive for COVID-19 some days ago, died early this morning, registering the first ever COVID-19 death in the state. Confirming the news, Medical Superintendent of RIMS Hospital, Professor C.H. Arun Kumar, said the 56-year-old patient from Thorbal district was admitted to the hospital on 22nd of this month due to chronic kidney disease, lung infection and other complications. However, he was confirmed of COVID-19 positive on 26th of July and he died due to COVID-19 along with other complications early this morning. Meanwhile, the state has witnessed widespread transmission of COVID-19 during the last few days. The state government has declared various places, including VIP locations, under containment zone. In Tripura, 4 more persons succumbed to COVID-19 yesterday at Agartala Government Medical College, taking the state's death tally to 21. With a fresh 4 deaths, the state reported 10 COVID-related deaths in the last 72 hours. Meanwhile, 222 fresh positive cases were detected out of 6,196 samples. With this, so far the state has registered 4,287 number of positive cases in the state, while 2,621 have recovered.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of some leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Uma Kumar, Head of Rheumatology Department AIMS, suggested to the people to follow social distancing, hand hygiene and cough etiquettes.
जो तरीके हैं जिनसे ये कंट्रोल में पाया जा सकता है वो है सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग, रेस्पिरेटरी हाइजीन और या फिर कॉफ एटिकेट्स बोल देते हैं जिसमें खांसते और छींकते वक्त मुंह को कवर करना है, और हैंड हाइजीन, अपने हाथों को बहुत फ्रीक्वेंटली वॉश करना है साबुन पानी से या फिर हैंड सैनिटाइजर का इस्तेमाल करना है.
President of Public Health Foundation of India, Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, said India is in a much better position as compared to the rest of the world as far as the COVID-19 cases are concerned, and the measures taken are yielding results.
अब तक जो नतीजे निकले हैं उससे पता चलता है कि ये वायरस का प्रभाव को रोकने में हम काफी कामयाबी हासिल कर चुके हैं दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में. आज का हालात जो है उसमें कोई संशय नहीं है कि हमारा हालात दूसरे देशों के मुकाबले में बेहतर है इस वायरस को डट के मुकाबला देने में.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss vision and roadmap for banks and non-banking financial companies this evening. First batch of 5 Rafale fighter jets to arrive at Ambala Air Base this afternoon. Number of recoveries from COVID-19 to touch the 10 lakh mark. Fatality rate dips to 2.23%. Ministry of Earth Sciences announces national awards for excellence in Earth System Science, and International Tigers Day being observed today. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
Ministry of Earth Sciences National Awards for Excellence in Earth System Science have been announced. This year, the Lifetime Excellence Award is being awarded to Professor Ashok Sahni for his significant contribution in the field of geology, vertebrate paleontology and biostratigraphy. The National Award for Ocean Science and Technology is being awarded to Dr. V.V.S.S. Sarma, Senior Principal Scientist, CSIR National Institute of Oceanography, Vishakhapatnam, and Dr. M. Ravichandran, Director, National Centre for Polar and Ocean Research, Goa. The National Award for Atmospheric Science and Technology will be presented to Dr. S. Suresh Babu. The Ministry of Earth Sciences, MOES, is mandated to provide the nation with the best possible services for weather, climate, ocean, coastal and natural hazards for the public safety and socio-economic benefits. The ministry also deals with exploration and sustainable harnessing of ocean resources, living and non-living. The ministry also plays a nodal role for Antarctic, Arctic, Himalayas and Southern Ocean research. Our correspondent reports MOES aims to provide due recognition and platform to major scientific contributions made by eminent scientists and engineers in various fields of Earth system science. After entering Indian airspace, Indian Rafale contingent established contact with Indian Navy warship INS Kolkata deployed in the Western Arabian Sea.
Indian naval warship Delta 63, welcome to the Indian Ocean.
Naval warship Delta 63, Arrow Leader, many thanks. Most reassuring to have an Indian warship guarding the seas.
Arrow Leader Delta 63, may you touch the sky with glory. Happy landings.
Delta 63, Arrow Leader, wish you fair winds. Happy hunting, over and out.
The results of Class 10th examination conducted by the Maharashtra State Board of Secondary Education were announced today by Maharashtra Education Minister Varsha Gaikwad at a press conference in Mumbai. The State Board informed that all 9 divisions of Maharashtra State Board registered over 90% pass percentage this year. The board official said that a total of 95.30% students have cleared the Class 10 exams this year. Konkan division emerged the best performing region with 98.77% students clearing the SSC exam, while Aurangabad division has the lowest pass percentage with 92% students clearing the board exams. As compared to last year, the overall pass percentage has seen a massive improvement by 18.20 this year. Students can get their result from 1 p.m. onwards at the official website at mahahssc.board.maharashtra.gov.in. Earlier, the SSC result was expected to be released by mid-June, but the paper evaluation process came to a halt due to the coronavirus pandemic, which delayed the declaration of board examination results.
Today is World Tiger Day. The officials of the Mudumalai Tiger Sanctuary, which lies at the tri-junction of Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka states in the Wayanad hills of the Western Ghats, say that the number of tigers visiting the sanctuary has increased to 162. They've also confirmed that the population of tigers residing in the 132 square kilometre sanctuary stands at a record 103. Union Environment Minister Prakash Javadekar released All India Tiger Estimation Report 2018 yesterday. He also released a poster on small wild cats of India. Mr. Javadekar said India is home to nearly 70% of the global tiger population and it leads the world in showing effective conservation of the wild species. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu congratulated the government for successful implementation of Project Tiger in the country. He said through dedicated approach towards Project Tiger, India has doubled its tiger population much before the target year 2022. In Bangladesh, 5 people, including 4 policemen, were injured in a bomb explosion inside a police station early in the morning in Dhaka. The explosion took place at the Pallavi police station in Dhaka, where police had kept firearms and a weighing machine recovered during a raid last night. The bomb kept inside a weighing machine-like contraption exploded before the bomb disposal squad could arrive. The police have ruled out involvement of any terrorist group in the act. Briefing the media, Additional Commissioner of Crime of Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP Krishnapad Roy said that till now there is no evidence of any terrorist involvement in the act. He said it seemed to be linked to some criminal gangs active in the city from where other recovery of firearms was made. The injured policemen have been admitted to the hospital for treatment. Earlier, the police headquarters had issued an alert for its various units to remain vigilant for any possible attack by the terrorist outfits like Neo-JMB in the country ahead of the Eid-ul-Azha festival falling on 1st of August.
The annual 5-day Hajj pilgrimage commences today in Saudi Arabia on a drastically reduced scale due to coronavirus pandemic globally. Only about 1,000 Muslims begin their journey from holy city of Mecca to assemble in Mina. 30% of them will be Saudi citizens, while the remaining 70% will be foreign nationals who live in Saudi Arabia. They will spend the night there and move towards plains of Arafat at dawn tomorrow for the day's main ritual of Hajj reciting prayers. The Madras High Court has held that the staff of private educational institutions should be covered under the Employees State Insurance Scheme. The three-member division bench led by Justice Pushpa Satyanarayanan in its verdict today upheld an order to this effect passed by the Tamil Nadu government in 2010. The News Services Division of All India Radio in its bilingual live phone-in program today will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Dr. Nitesh, Senior Physician from Respiratory Diseases Department at Safdarjung Hospital, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone number 1800-115767. One can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts by hashtag AskEIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official.
In Uttarakhand, normal life has been disrupted due to heavy rain in remote areas of the state. 2 people died and in rain-related incidents. More from our correspondent.
As per reports, 2 people died in Chamoli and Pitaragarh districts following the house collapsed. In Bageshwar, due to heavy rain, 2 houses collapsed in Nakuri and Udukinim. However, there is no casualty reported from the site. 7 internal roads were blocked due to debris in the district. PWD employees were engaged to open the roads. In Kapkot, the water level of Saryu River has been increased following the heavy rain in the hilly areas of the state. Normal life has been disrupted in remote areas of Chamoli, Pitaragarh and Bageshwar districts. The Met Department predicts that heavy to very heavy rainfall with intense spell likely to occur at few places in Pauri and Champaur districts and extremely heavy rainfall likely to occur at isolated places in Pitaragarh, Bageshwar, Nainital and Udhamnagar districts in coming 24 hours. Raghavesh Pandey, AIR News, Dehradun.
In Bihar, a flood situation has further deteriorated following heavy rains in catchment areas of Nepal. 36 people lost their lives in flood-related incidents during the past 24 hours. Water level of Gandak, Kosi and Bagmati is rising all along their course and are flowing above danger mark. Adwara group of rivers are also flowing above danger mark. Met Department has forecast widespread rain across the state in the next 48 hours. Floods have affected 30 lakh people in 12 districts. Over 11 lakh people of Darbhanga are reeling under the impact of flood. The other worst affected districts are Gopalganj, Saran, Samastipur, East and West Champaran. Vehicular traffic in several districts following damage of roads, rail traffic on Darbhanga-Samastipur section of East Central Railway remains suspended on the 6th consecutive day due to overflooding of rail tracks at several places. Long route trains have been diverted on alternative routes.
Now let's take a look at today's weather update. The national capital Delhi may experience generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. The minimum temperature was recorded at 29 degrees Celsius and maximum is expected to be around 37 degrees. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The city experienced a minimum temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and will have a maximum of around 29 degrees. In Chennai, the temperature will hover between 29 and 38 degrees Celsius. The city will have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. The city recorded a minimum temperature of 28 degrees Celsius while the maximum temperature will be around 36 degrees. In Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius in Jammu while maximum will be around 33 degrees. The city is likely to see a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. In Srinagar, the temperature will hover between 20 and 29 degrees Celsius. The city is expected to have partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Ladakh will have mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The temperature will hover between 18 and 30 degrees Celsius. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature was recorded at 17 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 35 degrees. It is expected to have mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Muzaffarabad, it may face partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The place will witness a minimum temperature of 23 degrees, while maximum temperature will be around 36 degrees.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to discuss vision and roadmap for banks and non-banking financial companies this evening. First batch of 5 Rafale fighter jets to arrive at Ambala Air Base this afternoon. Number of recoveries from COVID-19 to touch 10 lakh mark. Fatality rate dips to 2.23%. Ministry of Earth Sciences announces national awards for excellence in Earth system science. And International Tigers Day being observed today. And with that, we end the Midday News.